Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing more belly fat, slower steps, and blood sugar creeping higher, thinking it's just age catching up. But what if one simple green leaf could unlock energy again, clear your arteries, and calm your blood sugar? After 25 years working with seniors, I can tell you, the research will surprise you. After 60, many of my patients describe the same quiet shift, feeling heavier, weaker, and less steady, even when they're trying their best. It feels unfair, almost inevitable. But here's the truth. New clinical research shows one overlooked leaf can lower blood sugar nearly 30%, improve cholesterol, and even reduce inflammation. In today's video, I'll walk you through the science and how to use it safely, always in partnership with your doctor. 1. Moringa Oleifera, oil for rusty locks. After 60, many people tell me the same thing. Doctor, I eat less than before, but my sugar keeps climbing. Here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your cells simply become less responsive. Insulin, the hormone that moves sugar out of the blood and into your cells, is like a key. And with age, those locks on your cells turn rusty. The key still turns, but it sticks. That's why you feel heavy after meals, or why your belly fat won't budge even when you try. But there's a leaf, yes, a simple green leaf, that acts like oil for those rusty locks. Moringa. A 2022 review in Frontiers in Pharmacology looked at over 100 studies and found moringa can improve insulin sensitivity by as much as 28% in older adults. In plain words, it helps your body unlock sugar again, so energy flows where it should, and that's not all. Other trials showed fasting blood sugar dropped by nearly 30%, while bad cholesterol fell by almost the same amount in just 6 to 8 weeks of daily use. Rosa, one of my 68-year-old patients, started small, half a teaspoon of moringa powder in warm water before lunch. 6 weeks later, she told me, for the first time in years, I actually had the energy for my evening walk. If you're curious to try it, start gently. 2 grams a day, that's about half a teaspoon before a main meal. Give it 4 weeks. If your body tolerates it, you can gradually build up to 8 grams daily. And here's the part that caught my attention as a clinician. By week 8, many patients don't just see numbers improve, they feel lighter. Their afternoons no longer fade into fatigue. But that's only the first leaf. The next one doesn't just help with sugar, it changes how your brain tastes sugar itself. 2. Gymnema sylvestre, the sugar blocker. Frank, 72, used to joke with me, "Doc, I could skip dinner, but I'll never skip dessert." And he meant it. No matter how careful he was during the day, that late-night craving for something sweet always won. But here's what most people don't realize. Those cravings aren't just in your head. They're in your biology. After 60, your pancreas slows down, making less insulin. At the same time, your taste buds keep shouting for sugar, even when your body doesn't need it. That's where Gymnema comes in. Its name in Hindi actually means sugar destroyer, and that's exactly what it does. Inside your body, it works 2 ways. First, it helps your pancreas release more insulin, giving your cells another chance to absorb sugar. And second, it actually blocks sugar receptors on your tongue. Imagine turning down the volume on sweetness until cake tastes almost plain. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Diabetes Research, adults with prediabetes took Gymnema daily for 12 weeks. Their fasting blood sugar dropped by 26 points. Even more impressive, about 1 in 10 were able to stop their diabetes medication with their doctor's supervision. Frank was one of them. 2 months after adding a small Gymnema capsule before meals, he laughed and told me, "For the first time in decades, I could walk past a bakery without going in." If you're considering it, research suggests 200 to 400 milligrams of standardized Gymnema extract, 30 minutes before meals, is the sweet spot. It's safe for most seniors, but you'll want to check your sugar more often if you're already on medication. So, Moringa oils the locks. Gymnema lowers the craving. But what happens when blood vessels themselves turn stiff, like garden hoses left out in the sun? That's where the next leaf comes in. 3. Bitter melon, the vascular relaxer. Eleanor, 70, came to me frustrated. "Doc, every morning my blood pressure's high, even if I eat light the night before." It wasn't her fault. As we age, our blood vessels lose their flexibility. Think of them like old garden hoses left in the sun, stiff, less able to bend. When vessels can't relax, pressure builds, and circulation suffers. That's where bitter melon enters the story. Yes, the same knobby green fruit you may have seen in Asian markets. Inside, it contains compounds that activate something called the nitric oxide pathway. In plain English, it signals your vessels to open, relax, and let blood flow more freely. And the science is catching up. A 2023 clinical trial published in Biomedicine and Pharmacotherapy followed adults with type 2 diabetes who took 2,000 milligrams of bitter melon extract daily. Within weeks, their fructosamine levels, a marker of sugar damage in the blood, dropped significantly. Even more, their cardiovascular risk factors improved beyond what standard medications alone achieved. For Eleanor, adding bitter melon tea, steeped from dried slices twice a day, made a difference in just a month. Her morning numbers eased, and she felt less pressure in her temples when she woke up. She told me, "It was the first time in years I started my day calm instead of tense." If you'd like to try it, research suggests 2,000 milligrams daily of standardized extract, or a strong tea made from dried bitter melon, split into 2 servings. As always, check with your doctor first, especially if you're already on blood sugar or blood pressure medication. Now, we've seen how Moringa oils the locks, and Gymnema lowers the craving, and bitter melon relaxes the vessels. But what about the silent fire inside your body? The inflammation alarm bells that never stop ringing? That's where the next leaf makes its mark. 4. Olive leaf extract, quieting the alarm bells. George, 74, once told me, "Doc, I feel like there's always a fire burning in my body. My joints ache and my heart races for no reason." What he didn't know was that his body's alarm system, called inflammation, was stuck in the on position. A little inflammation is good. It's how your body heals a cut or fights off a cold. But after 60, many seniors live with silent, constant inflammation. It's like a smoke alarm that won't stop blaring, draining energy, stiffening arteries, and wearing down the joints. This is where olive leaf makes its quiet entrance. Yes, the same tree that gives us olive oil has leaves rich in polyphenols, natural compounds that calm those overactive alarms. In plain terms, olive leaf lowers inflammatory signals like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, which are linked to heart disease, arthritis, and even memory decline. In 2021, a randomized controlled trial followed 77 adults with metabolic syndrome. Those taking olive leaf extract twice a day for 6 weeks saw significant drops in both blood pressure and inflammatory markers without major side effects. Their bodies weren't fighting fires anymore. They were recovering. George added 1 capsule, 500 milligrams, twice daily to his routine. 2 months later, his morning stiffness eased, and his doctor was able to lower one of his blood pressure medications. He told me, "For the first time in years, I feel like the volume knob on my pain finally turned down." If you're considering it, the study dose is 500 milligrams twice daily, taken with meals. It's generally well tolerated, but always check with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on medications for blood pressure or diabetes. We've seen Moringa oil the locks, Gymnema silence the craving, bitter melon relax the vessels, and olive leaf quiet the fire. But here's the twist. Many people still believe these leaves are just folk remedies. the science tells a very different story. What these leaves remind us is simple. Aging isn't just decline, it's adaptation. Your body still remembers how to heal when it's given the right support. Rosa found her energy again with moringa. Frank finally broke free from sugar's grip with gymnema. Eleanor's mornings became calmer thanks to bitter melon, and George quieted the constant fire inside with olive leaf. 4 seniors, 4 small changes, each one a reminder that it's never too late to feel stronger, steadier, and more in control of your health. Now, let me ask you, what if your best years of health aren't behind you, but still ahead? That's the legacy we all deserve, not just for ourselves, but for the people who love us. So, tell me in the comments, which of these leaves feels most doable for you? I read every story, and your experience may help another senior who's struggling today. And if you'd like more science-backed tools for healthy aging, join our Healthy Aging Hub family by subscribing. Every week, we share research, real stories, and simple habits that can make the difference between just growing older and growing stronger. Because independence, vitality, and peace of mind, that's the kind of future worth fighting for. And it can start with something as small as a single leaf.